So you come across a really beat up penny. How do you know it's rare? In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to make sure you aren't missing any rare beat up penny worth potentially thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. Welcome back to Only Prices. If this is your first time here and you want to learn more about rare coins and paper money, start now by subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss anything. Let's jump right into the video. Up first, we have a 1909 SVDB graded by NGCA VG8. That is such a low grade, but this penny still brought a lot of money. What you need to look out for here is the date, the 1909 S standing for San Francisco, and also on the back bottom of the coin you will see the initials VDB. VDB are the initials of the original engraver of this coin. This coin only had a mintage of 448,000, which is very low for a penny. So if you have this coin, even in low grade, you have something that's going to be worth at least hundreds of dollars. This coin, even in this low grade, sold for $862. Here we have a 1943, and look how damaged this coin is. NGC graded this as XF with details. What makes this coin so rare is that it's an experimental composition. So essentially, during World War II, copper and nickel were really important for making ammunition. They were essentially messing around and using different types of material that weren't typical for the coins. This coin was struck mainly from about 86.4% tin. Tin is a lighter metal and gets beat up easier. That's why this coin was probably so beat up. So if you have a 1943 penny and it looks like this, it could be worth a lot of money. This one sold for $5,000, guys, for this penny. So look at this one. This has corrosion on it. It was stored in a climate that just completely destroyed the coin. So this is a 1944 coin, and what you need to look out for here is the color of the coin. This one probably got past a lot of people because of the damage that it has, so keep a close eye out. So if you have a coin that's silver looking and it's from 1944, it should be bronze. And even with this incredible amount of damage, NGC rated this as an XF with details. This one still sold for $9,600. Just because your penny has damage does not mean that it's worthless. Here's a 1922 No D 1 cent strong reverse graded by PCGS, a VF35. VF is a very low grade. It means very fine. And even with this sort of damage, this lower looking coin, it doesn't look that nice because this 1922 doesn't have the D mint mark. It's considered an error coin, and that's why this coin sold for $1,840. Again, 1922 is a really rare date with the no D, D for Denver. So even in the low grades, NGC graded this a VF35, and this coin still sold for $1,955. I mean, you can barely make out this coin. Here's a 1922, again, no D, graded by NGC a VF25. That means very fine. So a very low grade here. This coin has exchanged hands tens of thousands of times, but because it has that no D mint mark, this coin, even though it looks really bad, sold for $1,495. Here we have a 1944 1 cent struck on a zinc coated steel planchet. Environmental damage can be something that hides the fact that you have an error coin. So if you have a really beat up environmental damage coin, look out for these really rare things because they could be hiding underneath this sort of damage. So again, this coin should have been struck on a bronze planchet, but instead it was struck on a zinc coated steel planchet. This coin sold for $13,200. Here we have a 1943 1 cent coin struck on a Caraco 25 cent planchet. This is an incredibly unique coin. You can tell by the overall color of the coin. Even though this coin was graded as a VF12, it still sold for a lot of money, and that's because it was struck on a different type of planchet on purpose. There's not that many of these out there that exist. So if you have a 1943 Lincoln head penny that looks like a different color, it looks like this, you could have something worth a lot of money, guys. This coin sold for $7,475. Here we have a 1943 1 cent copper Lincoln head penny graded an XF40. So even in the lower grade, you can see on the coin there's some sort of corrosion and damage going on. But the interesting thing about the 1943 is that they all should be struck on a steel planchet. If you have a 1943 and it's steel and it's silver looking, that's pretty normal. They can still be worth good money, but this 1943 was struck on a copper planchet, and this coin sold for $23,000. So definitely keep an eye out there. Wow, look at the gashes on this one. So here we have a 1943 1 cent coin again. This should have been struck on a steel planchet, but instead it was accidentally struck on a copper planchet. This coin is so damaged that PCGS didn't even put a grade on it. They just said it was genuine. And because it is this this Air coin. This one sold for $88,125. Hit that subscribe button. It really does help out with the YouTube algorithm. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next video.